The number one piece of advice that I give to people who want to purchase a home is buy what you can afford now and worry about moving up to what you want later. The truth about home prices is they continually go up. You might see some ups and downs, but there's no time in Colorado's history that if you bought a house, held it for 5 years, it didn't go up in value. So it's just it's going to happen. Affordability is getting harder and harder. So it's not going to get more affordable to purchase a home. The thing to do is buy now, hold on to it, make some repairs, and eventually sell it and get the next step up. There's nothing wrong with building up to where you want to be. Let me tell you my personal story about home ownership, and you'll see that I've built a lot of wealth through owning homes and selling them at the right time, making good decisions with that. So step one, I bought my first home in 2002. I was in college. I was like 21 years old, 22 years old. And we purchased a home that was 35 minutes from where we wanted to be. I lived in Durango, Colorado. I was going to Fort Lewis College, still in school, like I said. We could not afford to buy a home in Fort Collins. So we went out to Bayfield, which was a 35-minute drive away. We found a home. It was a hexagon. It was had carpet in the kitchen. It had carpet in the bathrooms. It had a brown refrigerator, avocado green sinks. The railings on the decking all was a kind of a mess, but it was on an acre lot. It had a nice roof. The roof was in good shape. And the HVAC systems were all in really good shape too. So the basics were there. It just had some cosmetic changes that need to be done. So I jumped in there and I put in new flooring, and I tiled the kitchen. I put in new cabinets. I put in new appliances for the kitchen, and new countertops in the kitchen. I put in new flooring in the bathrooms, and I redid the railings on the outside. All just cosmetic things that weren't really that expensive to do. We stayed in that house for 3 years, and we made $86,000 profit when we sold that house. Then we moved up to Loveland, Colorado. I actually bought new construction when we moved to the Front Range because I was tired of what I had just gone through, the work that I had put into it, even though it really paid off. And we stayed in that house for 14 years, actually. We raised our kids and wanted to stay in that house. When we picked out that house, I did make sure that it had an unfinished basement because I wanted the potential to do work in the future, but I also wanted it all brand new so I didn't have to deal with anything. So 14 years later, actually couple years before that, it was finally time to put a little work into it. I finished the basement with my brother-in-law, and we added another bedroom, we added a bathroom, and I put in a really nice little bar. And that allowed us to sell that home for over $100,000 profit. So those 2 times of rolling got us into the house that I'm in now. We're a block from Windsor Lake. It's a fantastic neighborhood. We love it. I don't know if this is my final dream home, but it is very nice, and we love it. And honestly, the price tag of what it's worth today, I would have never been able to purchase it if I hadn't done the moves that we did before. So again, take that advice to heart, which is whatever you can afford now, buy it, get into it, maybe fix it up a little bit, and move up as you can. If you wait, if you say, I really want to be in Fort Collins, and I don't want to live in a townhome, we want our own yard, but we can't afford that because that's $600,000. That's not going to come down. That's $600,000 today. It's $650 next year. It's $700 the year after that. You're never going to catch up to that. But if let's say you're in Fort Collins, you buy a house in Wellington, or you buy a house in Severance, somewhere like that, you may be able to buy a home, put a little bit of work into it, stay there for 2 to 3 years, sell it, and now you're moving into Fort Collins where you want to be. Or in Fort Collins, you're buying a townhome or a condo, half a duplex, whatever it is, and get yourself started, do some work, and then you'll get that yard and everything you want in the future. But if you start paying rent now and don't plan for the future, you're just going to pay rent forever, or it's going to be only continually harder to actually purchase what you want. So that is my best feedback for home buyers, first-time home buyers too. My name is Andy Hawbaker. I'm a realtor in Northern Colorado with Coldwell Banker Realty. And my website is www.andyhawbaker.com. I am going to be doing a series of home buyer workshops. These aren't necessarily first-time home buyer workshops. It's really for anyone. And the reason for that, they're going to be very high, full of content that is valuable for any kind of home buyer, including first-time home buyers. But the thing is, even if you've bought and sold a couple of homes in your life, the market is so different now than it was 2 years ago. The market of whenever you bought doesn't really matter anymore. Things are moving so quickly and the market's changing. So you need to know what is happening today to purchase a home, or to plan to purchase a home next year, whenever it is. So if you go to the description of this video, I've got a link that's going to tell you how to get on the list for the invites for my home buyer classes. So do that, sign up. I'll reach out to you when I have my date set. And that is that. They will continue, hopefully quarterly, maybe monthly. We'll see how that goes in the future. But those are just kind of rolling out now, and I'm super excited to help as many people as I can. So again, Andy Hawbaker, Coldwell Banker Realty, Northern Colorado. Hit me up on my website, which is www.andyhawbaker.com.